Hey everyone, I want to welcome you to our online video Monk TV channel. And we're going to be going through the training manual video by video. So I'd like you to get your training manual out and let's go through everything so we don't have to do it during our camp training time. And we can have more fun and get together and bond and kumbaya together more, okay? So let's go through it page by page. I'll do a few sections in each video. First of all, pages 1, 2, and 3 are all pages that you need to fill out and have signed before camp training. That's what I would really like, so I can have all the paperwork done. The first one you fill out, and when it says witness, you can get anybody you want to witness that you signed it. It doesn't matter who it is, okay? So fill out the first one that says staff agreement form. The second one is the staff medical form. Now that, if you are under the age of 18, you have to have that signed by your parents. If you're 18 or older, you sign it yourself. So make sure to give me all of your medical information before you come. The third one, the limited release form, is actually an adult release. So I would need the parents to actually sign this for anyone who's under the age of 18. Anyone 18 or older can sign it themselves, but if you're under 18, I need your parents to actually sign this sheet and give it to me. So just give it to me at camp training and we'll be good. All right, we go to page 4. And I want to kind of go over what's important for you to do as a counselor, but not just as a counselor, as a program team member, as a staff leader. These are the goals that we have at camp, and we really want to make sure this happens at camp. Number 1, we want to give every kid an opportunity to give their life to Christ. Some who've gone to camp really have never given their life to Jesus. And statistics have shown that a place like camp or a retreat is the best place for a young person to make a decision to follow Christ, a one that sticks. Now, we also know there's a lot of kids that go to camp that are struggling in their relationship, their journey with Jesus. So, and they at camp sometimes want to say, hey, I want to recommit. We've heard that before. I want to start my journey back on track again. We want to give every kid an opportunity to do that. So that has to be foremost in everything we do. We want to give kids an opportunity. I also have a lot of kids at our camp who grew up in church. They go to church. Church is what they do. So our camp is not just for evangelism. We want every camper to be able to further their relationship with Christ in some way, to be challenged in some way, to grow in their relationship with Christ, to be more solid when they go back. One thing I love about our camp is how many times I've heard from parents, they'll say, "What did you do to my child? They came back from camp and they have not been the same. They're pleasant, they're kind, they're serving people, they're loving people. We're not used to having this kind of kid around. What's going on?" And that's the kind of thing we want to hear from parents. So we want to deepen their relationship with Jesus as much as possible. The third thing is we want them to enjoy the out of doors. Because kids today don't go outside. We all know that. A lot of kids are indoor kids. Technology has taken over. Even when they're outside, they're right here on their phone. They don't even know what the outdoors is. And studies have shown that people grow in their relationship with Christ, grow in their relationship with God when they're outside a lot. That really makes a huge impact on them. And also, kids learn by feeling and touching and sensing things outdoors. We did seminars in the past about our kids not being outdoors anymore. And so camp is an incredible opportunity for them to see and to smell and to feel and to taste how great God is, and also just the creation that there is. So we're forcing our kids out of the cabins and making them do stuff outside. Oh, the torture. And they love it. That's the thing, is you force them to do it and they love it. So, all right. Number 4, an opportunity to establish relationships with other campers. Our camp is the most multi-ethnic camp in the entire Covenant Church. And so we want to take advantage of that. Our cabins are going to be mixed up with kids from all kinds of churches. And it's so great for them to get to know kids who live in different parts of Texas, but also come from different backgrounds, maybe thinking in different ways, even worship in different ways. And we want to take advantage of that at camp. So that's why our worship team tries to work hard to make things available for all kids. And we try our best at camp just to make it as multi-ethnic as possible. But also, kids lately, I've noticed, and we're doing a better job at this, on their evaluations, they always say, the water weenie's so great, tubing's so great, chapel is so great. And they have lately been saying a lot on their evaluations, campers, that building friendships and getting to know the people in their cabin is the best part of camp. So that's why you're so important as counselors to help make that happen. Number 5, we want them to develop some brand new skills. I mean, how many kids have gone horseback riding? How many of them have done archery before, have gone down a zip line into a lake? Been on a tube, gone swimming in a lake. How many of them have played aero tag or laser tag or skeet shooting, now that we have that? All those things, we want kids to try something new, not do the same old that they do at home. So push your kids to try something new. Number 6, your job as a counselor and as staff is to let our kids know that we love them, we care for them. They are super, super special. And there's nothing better than being a counselor of a cabin for a whole week. I'm hoping that when they leave, you're crying and you're sad because you've built such a bond with the kids in your cabin. And so we want these children, I mean, can you imagine the lives of some of the children during the year? We want them to know that Jesus loves them so much and he's in us, and we want to share Jesus with them. And we want them to know we care about them and we love them so much. That makes a huge impact. That's why so many kids also in their evaluations say, I wish camp was 2 weeks long. I feel like camp is like heaven. And they say these things is because they're loved. They're loved so much for the whole week. We want them to feel Christ's love that whole week. And number 7, it needs to be safe. Now, some counselors are like, let's be wild, let's go for the edge, okay, we want them to be wild and fun, and we want them not to get hurt, okay? So, as counselors, you are responsible to make sure your campers don't get hurt. We have all kinds of safety things that we have to put in place so that our campers stay safe. Because when the parents, that's the thing, the parents drop off the kids with you, they're expecting to get the kids back at the end of the week, right? Okay? So we have to do all we can to make camp as safe as possible. All right, you can I'd like you to read the next things, the next few pages, but I'd like to move all the way to page 9. It says activity leader. All of you as counselors are going to lead an activity. Now, lead, I don't know. I mean, sometimes the Frontier Camp staff leads the activity and you're just there to help. Whatever you do, your role is to make that activity the most exciting, most incredible activity that's ever happened. Kids think it's fun if you think it's fun, okay? If you make it exciting, they make it exciting. So if you're doing archery and the Frontier staff, maybe they're a little, okay, everyone, just pull it back and let it go. And you're the one that needs to kind of help be creative. Let's make this great. Let's do points. Let's do something fun. Yeah, okay, let's put a counselor out there and shoot them. I don't know, whatever you need to do to make that activity the most exciting activity ever, okay? I remember when, way back, when archery, no one wanted to do archery. So all I did was started a point system. And at 30 points, they got an award, and 60, and then they tried to get to 120, which was Robin Hood. And all of a sudden, archery became this big thing at camp is because you make it exciting. Or I remember a time when the counselors are like, we're doing canoeing and the kids hate it. Well, I'm like, you gotta make it fun. So I went out with the kids and the counselors. We all got in canoes and we made all kinds of formations. Like we created different letters, like the letter S and the letter D and the letter T. And then we made like an arrow, and we all went as fast as we could across the lake. I mean, you just try to make it fun. You make it fun. They think it's super fun. Another thing important about activities, you've got to be prepared. You don't just come to camp, okay, now what are you going to do? I got to go to Crockett 50 times and buy things at Walmart. It's bring it with you. Be ready for what you're going to do and be ready to make it incredibly exciting. And don't just show up to your activity at the last minute. Show up a little early and be prepared. As soon as the campers come, you are ready to roll. You can even have music playing. I don't know. Make it exciting as soon as they arrive. Don't have dead time, even at the beginning. Make it exciting as soon as they arrive. The great thing about activities is you as a counselor get to meet kids from other cabins and other churches. So it's really fun to be a part of something like that. Okay? So be prepared, be there early, make it exciting, and make it fun. So let's do great. I really want you guys to be creative for their activities. Every year, our activity leader, coordinator, trying to push counselors to come up with some new creative ideas. If you have a hobby, if you have a special gift, a skill that might be used at camp, let's be creative and offer some new things for our campers in activities. One more thing about activities. Sometimes the Frontier staff ends activities early. You need to know what time the activity starts and when it ends. I want the activity to start on time, and I don't want it to end till the time is up. It's 1 hour long. Sometimes the Frontier Camp staff, they're tired, they're young, they're like, and they end it early. I do not want any activities ending early. The kids are coming to camp for a great opportunity. So whether you're doing riflery or whether you're doing a craft or whether you're doing ropes, whatever it should not end early. It should only end on time. So let's try to push the Frontier Camp staff. If you have any issues and you feel like your Frontier Camp staff are not offering the activity the full 1 hour, let me know and I will let some other people know, and suddenly things might change the next day. All right, thank you for watching video number 1, and now it'll be time for video number 2.